Hey guys, welcome to this video. I want to talk to you about why do credit bureaus believe the creditor or the debt collector or the furnisher over you when you do a dispute. So you believe there's something wrong on your credit report. You reach out to the credit bureau and you say, hey guys, there's a problem with my Capital One account, my portfolio recovery, debt collection account, my Nation Star or Mr. Cooper mortgage, whatever it might be. You say there's a problem. And here's the problem, and you tell them exactly what happened, and you're telling them the truth. And then they go to the furnisher of the information, the debt collector, the credit card company, mortgage company, and they say, hey, what do you guys say? And that company, that furnisher says, the consumer's not telling the truth. We're telling you the truth. So who does the credit bureau believe? Well, 9 times out of 10, maybe 99 out of 100 times, they believe the furnisher. Well, why do they do that? So, my name is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection lawyer, and I've been suing these credit bureaus and furnishers for many, many years. And here's the reason that I have figured out over the years is that maybe 2 reasons. Number 1, they just assume you're lying. I mean, they just start with that assumption. They go, we cannot believe the consumer. I mean, probably the consumer's using some credit repair place, and we know how terrible and evil those are, which is an incorrect statement. Okay, I mean, there are bad credit repair places, just like there are bad credit bureaus, bad debt collectors. Okay, it's just an industry, but they want to paint everybody with this terrible reputation and say, oh, you're awful. And so if a consumer's using a credit repair place, they must be liars and cheats. And even if you're not using credit repair, they still say, you know what, we believe that you're lying. And the credit bureaus say, well, look, do we believe you, the consumer, and you don't really make us any money, or do we believe Bank of America, or Nation Star, or Capital One, or Portfolio Recovery, or LVNV, or these companies that bring in enormous amounts of money to us? Let me think. Who should we believe? Who is our customer? It ain't the consumer, okay? You're not their customer. They don't care about you. And if you start with the idea that they say, we believe all consumers are liars, okay? And we want to side with our customer who pays us unbelievable sums of money. Well, then it's pretty obvious why they are going to believe the furnisher over you. I mean, I've heard these guys, they'll give speeches and presentations and they'll say, look, these letters that come in, these dispute letters are full of lies. Consumers will just send us blank envelopes and then they're trying to trick us and then they'll just make up stuff. And I'm like, really? You think consumers are sending you blank envelopes by certified mail? That's the stupidest thing I've heard, okay? And so, but that's their mentality, okay? So what do? Well, you make sure your disputes are legitimate, they're accurate, they're truthful, everything is totally above board, okay? So you point out factual errors, you point out inconsistencies, you point out incomplete information. And then when the credit bureaus say, we don't believe anything you're saying, even though you give them proof. I mean, we've had people win debt collection cases, and so we have them dispute, and we enclose a copy of the order. So here's the judge's order, and the credit bureau goes, nah, we're keeping that account on your report. So we sue them, and they go, well, you should have given us proof that you won your case. We're like, we did give you proof. We gave you the order. And they go, well, we just assumed that was a forgery. I mean, we just always assumed that whatever the consumer sends us is false and the consumer just made it up, just like typed up a fake order. And we go, well, did you call the court? Oh, no. Did you jump online and look at the online court system and see if that order was true or not? No. Well, did you write a letter to the court to say, hey, we got this order. Is this legit or illegitimate? No. Well, did you do anything to determine whether it was true or false? No, I mean, we just assumed it was false. Well, why do you do that? Because consumers lie. You see this sort of circular thing? They go, the reason we know consumers lie is because consumers lie. And so because consumers lie, we know that they lie. So everything they send us is a lie. So even if, we had, I won't name the bureau. I'll just say the very prominent credit bureau and a very prominent cell phone company. And they were reporting that we owed all this money, and it was wrong. And we had a letter from that very prominent cell phone company saying, we're sorry we made this terrible mistake. You don't owe this money. We deeply apologize for this. Please let this letter serve as proof that you do not owe this debt. And it still wouldn't come off our credit report, so we sent that letter in. And they didn't fix it, so we sued the cell phone company, we sued the credit bureau, and their response is, well, we assumed that it was a fraudulent document. Well, why did you assume that? Because it was in the consumer's favor. I mean, this is how these credit bureaus think. And even Verizon, oh wait, I'm sorry, did I say the name? Verizon, their argument was, well, we assumed it was a fake document. Well, it had your name on it. Did you check your own records? No, we didn't do that. We just assumed it was false. I mean, so again, you have to understand that's the mentality. So when you send in proof, you send in a legitimate dispute, you point out errors, inconsistencies, incomplete information, and they don't fix it, guess what you do? You sue them, okay? You sue them, and then you get to hear all these absurd excuses that they use. And you know what? It's fine. Let them make these dumb statements. Let them say, well, we assumed all court orders sent in by consumers are fraudulent, and we assume it so much we won't lift a finger to check and see if they're legitimate. Okay. I hope you're comfortable with that. Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, Innovid, all these guys, because that would make me very uncomfortable to be in court and I'm saying, well, I just assume all court orders are fraudulent and I won't even investigate them. Okay. Same thing with these furnishers. So point is they disbelieve you and they believe the furnisher because the furnisher is their customer and they just assume you're lying. So you know what? You can't change their mind. But I tell you this, when you sue them and you've got proof that what they did is wrong, that changes their mind. Or maybe it doesn't change their mind, but they open their checkbook and they write out a check to you and they fix your credit report. So I guess it doesn't really matter what they think. The more money they pay out to the more people that sue them, eventually they'll go, you know what? Maybe the strategy of assuming every consumer is lying, maybe that's not a good business move. That's the only thing that will change their mind. So hope you found this helpful, and I'll catch you in the next video. Okay, bye-bye.